Period of a pendulum is so regular and predictable that it can be used to keep time on clocks. The equation for the period of the pendulum is period equals 2 pi times the square root of the length of the pendulum divided by gravity. If you wanted to have the period of a pendulum equal 1 second, we would set 1 second equal to 2 pi times the square root of L over 9.8. Now, solving for L, we would first divide both sides by 2 pi. That would give us 0.159 equals the square root of L over 9.8. To get rid of the square root, we would need to square both sides. That would give us 0.0253 equals L divided by 9.8. To get L by itself, we would now multiply both sides by 9.8. That would make the length of the pendulum 0.25 meters. Another way of saying that is the length of the pendulum would be 25 centimeters. So if we have a pendulum that's 25 centimeters long and we allow it to swing, the period will be 1 second. So I have a stopwatch. I'll pull the pendulum back, let it go, and you can see the period is 1 second for each swing. Now, if we look back at the equation, period of the pendulum is equal to 2 pi times the square root of the quantity length divided by gravity. There's nothing in the equation besides length that could alter the period. Here I have two pendulums, and I'll change the swing size, keep them the same length with the same masses. And you can see that the two pendulums swing with exactly the same period. Now, if I change the mass on the end of the pendulums, here I have one mass that's 250 grams, another mass that's 150 grams. If I keep them the same length, let them go, they'll swing with exactly the same period. If I alter the length of the pendulums, they will have a different period. Because of that equation, because length is on the top of that fraction, the longer the pendulum is, the longer the period will be. So as you can see here, the longer pendulum has a longer period. The shorter pendulum has a shorter period. Clocks that work using pendulums use the pendulum to turn gears that have an escapement mechanism attached to it. This was said to have been invented by Galileo, but was probably invented earlier by Arab traders. The invention of a reliable, portable time device allowed seafarers to navigate far from land. You can do further research on the web to see why this was so.